Pretty much every software program offers some sort of built-in help, something that's readily available when you're looking for a quick answer to a problem or question. Well, 3ds Max is no different. It's got its help system. But what is different is the amount of detail and the level of depth that its help features offer. I honestly don't think that in all the years that I've been playing around on the computer that I've ever run into a help system that was as comprehensive and covered as many subjects as the help system in 3ds Max. So whether you forget how a command works, or maybe just stumble across a new word or technique you're not familiar with, make the most out of what is a very thorough resource. Let's take a look at when needing a helping hand, where you go, and what you'll find when you get there. Let's say for an example that you're wanting to learn more about a brand new subject, maybe wanting to brush up on the ins and outs of animating. Up in the pull-down menus on the right-hand side, you'll access Help, then Autodesk 3ds Max Help. As the help system opens, you'll see the screen broken into both a left and right half. Over on the left, you'll see a series of tabs, each tab giving you access to the things you want to know in a different manner. The Contents tab lists things by category or individual whole subjects. So if you wanted to know more about lighting and cameras or rendering, it's all right there. As is the subject of animation. Let's say instead you wanted to look into using a specific modifier, like let's say the bend. To do that, you could click on the Index tab. Now to give you an idea of just how thorough the help system is, scroll up and down that column. That is one heck of a list. Now in looking for the bend, we'll go under Search for the keyword, typing in Bend Modifier. Once the words are in place, directly to the right of that, we'll click on View. Listed on the right will be everything you ever wanted to know, including an illustration of how an object would look with the bend applied, in addition to a full description of how to control the modifier's controls and settings. Also be aware that many times you may not know specifically where in the program a certain command is. Looking up at the top in the light gray area, you'll find basically the directions to where in the Max interface you'll need to go. In the case of the bend, you'll go to the Modify column, into the modifier list, then choose the command. If you ever want to find everything within the help manual that deals with a particular subject, that's what the Search tab is designed for. Let's click on that, then type in the word bend. Once you've done so, go ahead and press Enter. Max will list each and every reference to, in this case, the word bend, listing things top to bottom by the number of uses within that area the word or term is used. There's also a few other helpful options you ought to be aware of. Back in the Help menu, this time choose Essential Skills Movies. Made for individuals brand new to the program, each Essential Skills movie provides a 2 to 3 minute snapshot of a particular workflow element or technique in Max. Now the movies aren't designed to go into the same level of detail as we'll be getting into in this title, but they do a nice job of providing a foundation to the basics of the program. There's also a handful of how-to movies that you'd like to check out. Under Help, we'll choose How-To Movies. This takes you directly to the 3ds Max Learning channel on YouTube, where you'll certainly find plenty to watch. There's also a category called the Learning Path. Let's try that. Like with the Essential Skills movies, accessing the Learning Path will take you directly to the Autodesk website. So you got to be sure that you've got a web connection up and running when attempting to look around. Here you'll find all kinds of useful information, tutorials, discussion groups, even upcoming events. And speaking of tutorials, there's a separate category for those also. Specific step-by-step instructions on a wide variety of things. Any files that might be needed to complete a tutorial can be downloaded from the Autodesk website. Now, one last thing about Max's Help. One of the advantages of running the Help feature directly from the internet is that it can be quickly updated. So don't be surprised or concerned if you ever go to access Help and the system looks just a little bit different than it did the time before. Okay, there you go with a quick once-over as to some of the help features offered directly inside the program. The menus are easy to navigate, they're chock full of helpful goodies, and probably most important, everything's written in plain English. Take a few minutes when you can and check it out.